Howdy hobbyists. Today I'm going to try to do something I've never done before, which is an original from my brain design of a charcuterie board like no one has ever seen, or at least I thought so. So sit back, enjoy, and here we go. If you go online and do a search, charcuterie board designs, you are going to get all sorts of stuff. Pretty stuff, don't get me wrong, but it all kind of looks the same. Charcuterie boards have a handle. They're longer than they are wide, and they're of some sort of exotic wood, maple or walnut or oak. So with that in mind, and trying to be somewhat original, I'm going to go where I find inspiration. If you haven't checked out Chris on Four Eyes, go back in their videos a little bit, and you will see this really cool mid-century coffee table. It's kind of a cantilevered board out over its own foot, and I just think it's beautiful. I want to replicate that, but in a much smaller scale. So I'm going to whip out my old design sketchbook, which you can tell I've done a lot of sketching on. Many years of garden layouts, built-in shelves, kind of the stuff that, you do as a necessity when you're a homeowner and don't have a lot of money and want to do it yourself. That's what my design sketchbook is for. So I went down, noodled out, and sketched out this little board, and we'll see if I can pull it off.
I'm in a hurry. I've got a very important phone call to make.
So initially I wanted to start with this old piece of oak that was off our first milled piece of post oak. And I was just going to pencil in kind of an oval and go ahead and cut it out. The base is a piece of cherry that was just an offcut from somebody else that gave it to me. Put it on the planer. Got it nice and flat and proper. And first chink in the armor, got a crack in this old piece. And then all of a sudden another piece broke off. That ain't gonna work. So I'm going to my stack of maple. This stuff is dry. It was sterilized. I'm holding up 2 fingers on either side of my face because quote unquote it was sterilized in a 127 degree car because I don't have a solar kiln yet. Put it over the joiner. And to match 2 pieces, which I turn out I'm only going to use 1 anyway, but flatten it out, make it nice. After my first sketch of the base, kind of decided maybe it was a little too tall, so I'm going to cut it down and try to make a slightly shorter profile and go back, join it down, get it nice and edged out flat. And then go ahead and try to assemble it that way and restart my drawing. Kind of making this up as I go, and my sketches are really just a guide anyway. So, from here on out, just watch me try to noodle this thing together. That is less than satisfactory. Much better.
That's just our style.
Truth of the matter is, I can do better, but it turned out to be a decent piece. Once my wife put the proper accoutrement on it, turned out pretty good. All that food covers up my mistakes, and I think we'll keep it. If you think I've earned it, like, share, and subscribe. Have a good weekend. Bye.